Let's go ahead and bring up Ms. Prosla. Ms. Prosla, please.
Hey everyone, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Cool. Hey everyone, so my name is Saba. Today I'll be talking about the value of transitioning to AI PCs and how AI PCs are really delivering inferencing at the edge with the power of the NPU. So we can go to the next slide. So AI has been the talk of the last few years, right? But it's been around for a while. But what's making it so revolutionary right now is its accessibility. AI PCs are no longer for just developers or those technical people. In the past, we've relied on PCs with a discrete GPU to really handle heavyweight, complex AI tasks like model development, right? And these machines, they were primarily used by those technical developers. But now with the new PC architecture that includes the NPU, the neural processing unit, AI is becoming accessible to everyone, right at their fingertips. So we've seen traditional PCs without an NPU. We've used them. I mean, I'm using one right now and we know their capabilities. But AI PCs are taking things to the next level. They're handling all the regular tasks that we're accustomed to, like creating presentations, video conferencing, sending emails, plus so much more. What we're witnessing is the integration of AI features into everyday applications. So think about, collaboration tools like Teams or Zoom. These are widely used across the workforce. And now that there's AI features integrated within them that are enhancing video quality, and there have, new AI features that we haven't seen before, and they're just making video conferencing smoother. So document editing apps, they're offering real-time suggestions to improve content. They're simplifying editing processes. Endpoint security is also elevated. We have now on-device threat detection to eliminate latency that's associated with cloud-based detection as well. Think about the creative professionals out there, right? Popular editing software applications now enable instant rendering and editing capabilities for images and videos. I'm not a creative professional, but I know that when you're trying to put for example, when you try to put a graphic behind a moving object post video, it's not an easy task. But thanks to AI and being able to detect objects in motion and being able to mask that and is possible now, and it's possible within doing it in seconds. And that's what's so revolutionary about this. And this is really made possible by the power of NPU and really it's offloading these AI tasks to the NPU so that the CPU and the GPU are free to really focus on their intended functions. So you have better everyday performance and you also get that longer battery life. At this point in the industry, we're still differentiating between PCs and AI PCs to really highlight the distinction, but it's really only a matter of time where AI PCs just become the new standard and every employee will have a device with an NPU. That's what we want to work towards. So the next slide, please. This really brings me to why is this such a big deal now? Why can't transitioning to AI PCs wait? I mean, businesses everywhere are really dealing with challenges that keep piling up. There's more pressure to perform, there's surging infrastructure costs, and there's a growing demand for better security. So these are major, concerns that we can't ignore, but there is a smarter way to tackle them, and that is where AI PCs come in. IT teams are really juggling so many competing priorities from, growing those user expectations and rising operating costs and again, the demands for security and compliance. We know it's not easy. But let's think about it this way. If employees are used to smart, responsive technology in their personal life, right? They expect the same seamless experience at work. And when the tech isn't going to deliver that, the productivity is going to take a hit, and the business outcomes could take a hit too. At the same time, cloud-based computing costs are growing fast as workloads increase, and it's sometimes making the solutions feel less sustainable. And of course, if we don't, like another challenge is the security threats are forcing organizations to really rethink traditional approaches to handling data. So AI PCs are not really a nice to have anymore. I think that was like a little last year when they first launched, but now they're really becoming essential tools for staying competitive. Um, so I've laid out the challenges, right? The solution is AI PC, but what makes them different? And that all starts with on-device AI. can move to the next slide. So AI inferencing on device is the real value of AI PCs. And you're probably wondering, what does that mean? Right? Think about it. We've all used AI power tools. We've used ChatGPT. We've asked a digital assistant a question. We've maybe tried to generate an image. We've tried to summarize a text or write an email. What you're doing, what your employees will be doing, that is AI inferencing, right? AI inferencing usually runs in the data center. You're interacting with the AI powered app. Maybe you ask a question, you ask for an image. The app doesn't process this on your device. Instead, it's sending a request to the backend system. That backend is going to send the data to cloud or data center. And that's where the powerful computers that are running on those GPUs, those power hungry GPUs are going to take over. The AI model will then process your request, and that part is the inferencing. And this is where the trained AI is going to generate a response. And then the results, they're sent back to the system, and then you see an AI response in your app. And whether that's a text summary, a chatbot reply, or the generated AI image. So it's effective, right? We're using this right now, the cloud-based AI, but it's adding costs. There's delays, there are dependencies. That's why people say don't say please and thank you to your chatbot. It costs money. Cloud compute isn't free. Every interaction is going to involve a data transfer, and that's also going to pose financial and security risk. Can you move to the next slide? Yeah. So the solution here is the AI PC. The power of AI can happen directly on your device. So how that works is, imagine an employee is using AI to create content, right? Instead of sending that request to the cloud, the AI is going to run right on their PC. And this is possible because of the NPU, GPU, CPU, right? It's possible because of the on-device frameworks that are allowing the process to be faster, more secure, and less costly by avoiding cloud dependency. It's tapping into the power of the processors that are meant to do these things, right? NPU for AI, for lightweight AI, GPU for those complex, heavy tasks, for graphical things, CPU as the brain of the computer. Everything is going to stay local. It's going to give users quick results, and it's going to keep that data safe because there's no transfer to the cloud. So what does this mean for businesses? Well, first, there's speed. On-device AI really removes that frustrating lag that's caused by cloud. Everything happens faster, so your team isn't just stuck on waiting for answers or results. Then there's cost savings. By moving away from heavy reliance on cloud computing, you're really cutting down those recurring cloud storage and processing expenses, and those savings can add up pretty quickly. Efficiency is another big one here. AI PCs are designed to build, they're built specifically for the kind of operations that AI relies the most. And that result is the power of AI, not to drain the system's overall performance. And then finally, there's security. Since on-device is keeping everything processing on your device, your sensitive data never leaves the device. And that makes it easier to stay compliant with stricter policy regulations your organization might implement. And when you combine these benefits, the result is a solution that keeps your business competitive while protecting what matters the most. Cool. AI PCs really support two distinct on-device AI strategies. So you can either buy AI or build AI. Buying AI represents, what others do for you. Think ISVs and software providers are building AI features into their applications, like the Adobes of the world. And then these applications, right, they're ready to use capabilities. They're leveraging AI PCs to really power and handle those AI tasks seamlessly. On the other hand, we have building AI, and that's what an organization does for itself. This is the long game. So this is where businesses are going to develop their own applications and harness local resources, and they're going to run AI models they've trained, tuned, or augmented with their unique data. This does require effort. It's not an easy task, but this is where companies really can differentiate themselves and from competitors and deliver maximum value. So, AI PCs are really designed to meet both of these use cases, whether you're buying or building. But for building AI in particular, once models are trained and fine-tuned, you can really quickly realize there's Again, there's no such thing as free inference, right? Whether it's paying a cloud provider or your own power bill, every time you run inference, there is a cost. But the cost can be reduced, when it's really in your control. So you may be thinking, well, we don't even use AI that much. What's the use case? What apps are out there? AI PCs are not about the count of AI apps out there in the static moment of time, focusing on the static moment of time and saying that I don't see an app that my employees use. Maybe they don't use Adobe or things like that, right? That mindset is almost like a mistake because it's not really, it's more about the life of the device demanding a different ability. So it's truly that future-proofing conversation that we're trying to have here. And whether you're buying AI or you're baking it into your company's own models or building your own company app, if the client device is not ready, right, then you can't do those things. And you're going to realize who pays for all that AI each and every time a model is activated and a person is going to use the AI based feature or application. And then next slide. So hopefully that, clears up a lot of that urgency and gives you more insight to the value of AI PCs. And I want to change gears into what devices should I buy, right? We have AI PCs that span from essential entry-level AI PCs to Copilot Plus PCs and then high performance AI PCs. So we really have it for all types of users. At the foundation, the essential AI PCs are perfect for businesses just starting with AI. And this lineup really includes the hybrid architecture of CPU, GPU, NPU to handle entry-level AI tasks with ease. It's a really great way to introduce AI-driven tools into the workflow without overhauling everything. For power users, we recommend Copilot Plus PCs, right? These machines really ramp up that NPU power. They have that 40 plus tops NPU performance that everyone's talking about. That's delivering more advanced features that can be run offline, so you don't have to have internet connection when doing real-time language translations. There's recall on these Copilot features, which is like a searchable photographic memory, and they all run locally on the device. And then, of course, for the developers, for those technical folks, that doesn't go away. We have high performance AI PCs built for developers, for those technical professionals that deal with a lot of intensive AI workloads. So this is, done because of the power of discrete GPUs. So you can have those advanced configurations and really handle those heavy duty tasks like large scale model training with ease. And then, of course, all these devices come with the latest Windows 11 OS. But you're able to choose everything from Dell Pro and to our Dell Pro Max portfolio from a variety of processor options that fit best for your environment and your use case, whether that be Intel, AMD, or Qualcomm. And of course, we have the NVIDIA GPUs as well. And then lastly, just want to close out with, why Dell? What makes us and our Dell AI PCs different from others on the market? It really comes down to our industry leadership in three key areas. We actually offer the industry's most secure and manageable commercial AI PCs. We know security and manageability are a top priority for every IT leader. Features like advanced threat detection and on-device AI processing really ensure sensitive data stays protected on the device. We're making management easier by providing the right AI for the right user, all in single BIOS. We have a lot of robust tools that that a lot of people have shared on this call here. And then second, only Dell delivers seamless cross-silicon optimization for on-device AI. So no matter which NPU technology your device has, Intel, Qualcomm, or AMD, if you're wanting to build your own AI, we have Dell Pro AI Studio, which is a comprehensive toolkit, I will say, that really helps you or your developers build AI apps easily across different architectures. And then third, we offer a wide range of devices built to meet every need. I showed you this in the last slide before, but there's a Dell AI PC for every use case. Maybe you need a high performance workstation for technical professionals to anything ultra light for mobile teams. And it doesn't just stop at our devices, right? You've seen that we have so many services end to end to really modernize at a global scale. We also have Dell PC as a service, for customers that need that monthly, like flexible monthly payment options to really protect the bottom line. And then, last thing, when you're partnering with Dell, you're not just buying the hardware as you've seen, you're really investing in a complete ecosystem that's there to support you now and in the future. So that is all I have on that.